Hello. So I'm going to give a quick summary of Champions Now Karameikos Session 8. This was the last session that was not recorded, so thankfully we got sessions 9 and 10 on the record. If you recall, at the end of the previous session, there was quite a bit of back and forth between Sully and Mercurius. Sully was trapped in a magic circle and trying to smooth talk his way out. That failed. So with this session, I really dove in right into action. So Sully dipped into his variable power pool. In that palace inside the lamp, he found a holy symbol that was sacred to his lover Vlana's order of paladins, and used its power to escape the circle that he had been imprisoned in. Next, my next action was to kind of speed along through Mercurius's puzzle palace back to his study. My hope was that I could find some books or magical implements that would give me a clue as to how we might be able to still free the water elemental Nessa from bondage. Sully really didn't have any idea where Nessa or the Marquis had ended up when our heist went badly. What I quickly learned, though, is that Rod built the puzzle palace with awareness and with some flash ability. And so by the time Sully rolled into the study, Mercurius and his whole gang of elementals were there waiting for him. And, Rod was kind of gearing up for a fight, and I was like, oh no, Sully's out of here. Sully has no interest in fighting on fair terms on the wizard's own turf. And so it turned into a really fun chase through the puzzle palace with Sully using D-Solid, flight and large to move around, the elementals using, awareness, and the palace trying to use its flash, and all of this very fun interactive stuff. And, by the end of it, Sully was cornered and had to make a security systems roll, and saw the chimney at the other end of the room and Mercurius's fire elemental closing in on him. This big, monstrous, blazing creature with just a wicked and sadistic smile on his face. And Sully made his security systems roll and flew through the chimney out of the puzzle palace, and it turned into a chase through the city of Alphasia with this fire elemental. So we ended up with Sully spending, gobs of endurance and then knockout to move his full movement and to keep ahead of this guy. The fire elemental pushing, and very quickly pushing into knockout in order to keep up. He at no point was he actually able to overtake Sully, but it was really down to whoever was going to faint first. And at the very end of the chase, the fire elemental hit its endurance limit, and since it's a summoned creature, I'm not quite sure the exact rules, but the way Rod ran it is that it can't rest and recover endurance. It has to be resummoned when it hits 0. So, Sully had a couple of points of knockout left, really winded, just sucking air, and then at that last moment where he was about to drop, the fire elemental whipped out of existence and, ran out. And of course, I narrated Sully giving him a monologue before he went about how, freedom will always defeat those who are in service of evil, and it was very fun and triumphant. Rod very kindly set Sully, kind of smoking and and steaming from exertion and rolling right up to those red boots of the assassins from a couple of sessions ago, the assassins who promised an escape ship. And so before Mercurius and his guys could catch up with us, we were back on the ship to Karameikos, and just kind of grinning at a very propulsive and very fun session. So yeah, that was our 8th issue of Champions Now Karameikos, and like I said, issues 9 and 10 will be fully recorded, and I'll hopefully be posting them soon. Thanks.